movie Dune opens with the leader of House Atreides, Duke Leto Atreides, receiving an assignment from the Emperor to relocate his family to the planet Arrakis and manage the mining of the mineral spice, a highly valuable substance that allows the user to have heightened senses. The former stewards of Arrakis, the Harkonnens, had been in conflict with the indigenous people of the planet called the Fremen for years. This conflict is one of the reasons that the Harkonnens fell behind in their spice production. Enter Duke Leto, who is tasked with taking over and finding a way to succeed where others had failed. In this scene, we see Duke Leto Atreides meeting with Stilgar, the leader of the Fremen on Arrakis, for the first time.
Stilgar, welcome. Sir, I respect the personal dignity of any man that respects mine.
Hold. Thank you, Stilgar, for the gift of your body's moisture. We accept it in the spirit in which it was given.
Let's pause. Duke Leto handles this situation perfectly. It's important for him to make peace with the Fremen if he is going to be successful in getting the spice mining back on track. He needs the cooperation of the locals. You probably don't face situations quite like this, but as a leader, you will at times be responsible for resolving conflicts with those in your organization who are discontented. Duke Leto shows here that if the goal is to actually resolve conflicts, then first and foremost, it is imperative for all parties to feel safe and respected. Duke Leto goes out of his way to remain calm and collected as he observes, and then responds in a way to put his guest at ease. Let's continue.
I'm glad you've come. I believe your people and mine have much to offer one another.
You are outworlders. You come here for the spice, you take it, giving nothing in return.
I know you've suffered at the hands of the Harkonnen. Name what you want. If it's in my power to grant, I'll give it and ask for nothing.
Pause here. Duke Leto knows that in this negotiation, he comes from a position of strength, as leaders usually do in situations with those in their organization. Understanding that dynamic is what motivates him to act in a way that we can learn from his leaders. For example, he is the one to speak first and break into the subject. He also immediately acknowledges the past wrongs that have taken place and commits to correcting the mistakes of his predecessors. People want to feel heard and understood. That is why it is so important for you as a leader that if your people have an issue, that you genuinely understand their pain. There can be no resolution without first establishing that baseline of understanding. All right, let's continue.
I ask for this. Do not seek our sieges. Do not trespass in our lands. The desert was ours long before you came. So come and dig your spice. But when you have it, go back to this side of the shield wall and leave the desert to the Fremen.
The Emperor has given me Arrakis as my fief to rule and protect. I cannot promise not to travel into the desert if duty compels me. But your sieges will be yours forever. And you will never be hunted while I govern here.
Here we see the most important step that Duke Leto has taken during this whole interaction, and it can be summed up simply as speak honestly and clearly. He knows he cannot promise everything that the Fremen want, so he does not pretend to be able to just to curry favor. When you are dealing with those in your organization who have complaints, be honest and clear about what you can do, and more importantly, what you can't. Not only will this earn you some respect, but it will also simplify your interactions. Another thing that the leader of House Atreides does here that is worth emulating is that he walks the line of being firm and being generous. If you are too strict as a leader, you will breed resentment. But if you capitulate to every request, you will never be respected. Learn from the example of Duke Leto Atreides and find the right mix of these two extremes. This blunt exchange between Duke Leto and the leader of the Fremen is met with a simple response.
That's very honorable.
And then he leaves. And just like that, an understanding, or maybe even an alliance, is formed. Even though this back and forth seemed simple, when handled poorly, these types of situations have potential for causing conflict and suffering on both sides. I urge you to learn from Duke Leto Atreides and be a leader who shows respect, understanding, and honesty when interacting with your people. Till next time, keep on learning. Thank you for watching. Much of what I go over in my lessons can be found in my book, Mission First People Always, which is available for purchase through the link in the description of the video. If you enjoyed today's video and want to watch more leadership lessons, then be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.